talking to you. But you know what? You know what? If we could get these things spelled correctly, or we could read them the way they're printed. All right. We only did it once. Boy, is he hollering at you? It happens. Okay. Still hollering at you. Roger, okay. Over now.
For Buzz. No, all these security for Buzz.
How much time? Think? Yes, no, maybe.
I would say that's a pretty safe one.
This is pretty close. Look at this. Mark Eaton's career high is 20. Minute's is 18. Eaton's season high is 13 now. Bowles is 7. Oh, you know what? Did you get that Karl Malone was voted December Player of the Month?
We're at halftime here at the Salt Palace, 52-46. The Jazz lead by 6, outscoring the Sixers by 3 in the first quarter and then 3 again in the second period.
And a couple big-time first-half scoring outputs, one by Charles Barkley and one by this man right here, Hersey Hawkins. Hawk from the outside for 2. Hawk did an excellent job shooting the ball from the perimeter. 6 for 9, 2 for 2 from three-point land. Here's another one. Feet just outside the arc, as you would say, boom.
And the ball game, the Sixers to within 6, despite shooting only 42.5% in the first half to 52% for the Utah Jazz. And those two figures for each club about the same as what they shot in the first quarter. So both teams did a good job of taking care of the ball. 4 turnovers for Utah, 3 for Philadelphia. And that's one of the areas that Jimmy wanted to see get much better. here tonight. Charles Barkley, count the bucket and the foul.
That's a good play to open up the second half. Charles Barkley being guarded by Blue Edwards, just powers him into the middle, shoots over him, draws the foul. Now, you mentioned the Utah Jazz are holding the Philadelphia 76ers to just 42.5% shooting from the field, but that's pretty much their yearly average so far. They're just allowing teams to shoot 45.5, which puts them 4th place in the league behind league-leading Boston. Boston's only allowing 44% though.
Karl Malone, strong move to the basket, and he scores. So Malone, December Player of the Month in the NBA, gets his first 2 of the second half, and the 2 superstars have opened the scoring. Hawkins down deep. Mahorn over Eaton. No, Charles, the follow is good. The putback by Charles, and he has the first 4 points of this second half. He opened the game with the first 4 points for the Sixers.
Karl Malone, who won the December Player of the Month, scores first for Utah, and then Charles Barkley, who finished second in the balloting, scores down in the other end.
Eaton blocked by Rick Mahorn to Ricky Green. Charles had released, and he will jam it home.
Good solid defense by Rick Mahorn coming over and slapping the ball out of Eaton's hand.
Pretty good step out on the double by Manute. And he forced Malone to pick up his dribble and give it up to Stockton. Wheels the pass back out. Malone, a power drive, gliding to the hole is fouled. Count the bucket, and he'll get to the line. So far, neither team's been able to stop the other. As you see, Karl Malone, the one giant stride right here. Boom. The one thing that good NBA players do, Steve, he heard the whistle, but he continued on and finished the play.
Yeah, so many times, a lot of players that you'll see around the league, they'll hear the whistle and they'll continue with the pass. Karl Malone is not that player. Charles Barkley is not that type of player. When the shot goes up, you hear the whistle. Once you're in the air and you hear the whistle, throw the ball at the rim. Even in college, you should do that. Try and get to the line.
Malone couldn't complete the 3-point play, and the Sixers go to work. Hersey on the pop out. Turns, bang, down the well again. Hersey continuing to have a big night, has 19.
Yeah, you take a look at the Philadelphia 76ers halftime scoring deal, and Charles Barkley had 16. Hawk led the way with 17. There wasn't another player close to double figures.
Yeah, the next highest was 4 by any of the Sixers. Karl Malone against Manute. Thurl Bailey, runner, and Manute got a piece of it and blocked it. Sixers push it, and they can take the lead. Charles, deep, in and out, no good, and Karl Malone, the rebound.
I'm not sure I agree with that. When you have an opportunity to take the lead, I think you want to continue doing what you were doing that pulled you close, and that is getting the ball. Hawk on the outside. Oh, my!
Thurl Bailey got his shoulder by Rick Mahorn, and then banged it home before Manute could recover.
Yeah, Thurl said, you blocked one. Let's see if you can get this one.
Windmilled that baby. Hersey. And the Sixers stay close, 58-57. And Hawk again knocking down perimeter shots. Outside Malone, and he answers. Not a lot of defense right now by either team.
Well, you have to keep an offensive player busy on the defensive end, and that's exactly what Hersey Hawkins and Jeff Malone are doing. Go set a pick for him, Rick.
Charles slides to the far side. Green. Back to Charles from outside again. Nothing but net this time. 60-59. Stockton knocked off his feet as he started to drive, and on the turnover, the Sixers get it.
Here's a look at Stockton. Trips over Ricky Green's foot, stumbles to the floor. 76ers should have gone over, got the ball out in a hurry. Instead, the nice guys they were, they went over and helped Stockton up.
Mahorn against Eaton. Fires the jumper and scores. And the Sixers lead by 1, 61-60. The crowd A little uneasy right now here in the Salt Palace. Inside Karl Malone, rejected by Manute, and out of bounds and off of Karl Malone. (61-60). Hawkins and Barkley on the near side. Green. Hersey, not this time. Rebound, Eaton. Stockton had Thurl Bailey for a minute. Stockton looking for Malone again. Malone and Mahorn. Shovels to Eaton, and he runs in. Eaton running in as Karl Malone drew everybody's attention and then delivered a nice pass.
You know, he's got some pretty good hands for being a big guy, as long as you can keep the ball in a position where he can catch it.
There's a technical, and that's on Rick. It's on Rick.
Well, there's no question about that. He jumped on that referee. He's saying Mark Eaton stepped in front as Rick Mahorn was going on the big blocks on the left side.
Jeff Malone makes the free throw, and a timeout taken by the Jazz as the Sixers and Jimmy Lynam try to have conversation with Steve Javie, not the one who made the call, but the senior of the three officials working tonight's ball game. And Jimmy Lynam is not unhappy, and now he draws a team. So Jimmy hollering at Javie, and that conversation is not over. 63-61, the Jazz.
Time to regroup here.
Just a good one there.
This guy here, awful. Is that the replay, or is that the thing we're reading?
Wednesday, January 9th.
Okay.
I'm going to check it for mistakes.
Jumped on the referee, that guy on the left. And then Jimmy jumped on Jeff.
We can see it.
Lance Lundgren, please report to security.
Wednesday, January 9th, Michael Jordan. That's this coming Wednesday. Michael Jordan, Chicago Bulls. There's the Spectrum. Take on Charles and Company. 336-2000 for tickets. Mahorn against Eaton. Rick from outside. Another net again. Rick just stepping back and firing over Eaton twice now. 64-63, the Jazz by one, courtesy of the technical free throw that they made just prior to play resuming. Jeff Malone, leaping leaner at the baseline is good.
He can float in any direction. He floats left, floats right, floats to the bucket, drifts away.
Stockton deflects the pass off of Charles, and Utah gets it back. And now both clubs trying to tighten the screws a little bit defensively. Stockton trots to the near side for Karl Malone. Steps away, blocked by Manute.
Tried to take a page out of Rick Mahorn's book.
And fires and missed that short, and it bounces right back off of Manute and out of bounds. It'll belong to Utah with a fresh 24.
Here's a look at Karl Malone trying to take a page out of Rick Mahorn's book. We said Rick has done it twice. Rick's book was closed. Don't open my book and read it.
Slapped right back at him. Jeff Malone, again he leans in, again he scores.